Hey, we're getting small today here on OrlandoSentinel.com. I'm reporting live from the Orlando Science Center, where Zoom into Nano is one of their newest exhibits. Now, before I get started, I want to let you know we are going to do a live video with the Orlando City soccer team, but it got a little rainy today, so we came out here to the Science Center, which is a perfect spot to have some fun on a rainy day or a sunny day, right? So I'm here with JJ Lessing. She helped put this exhibit together. And why don't you tell me a little bit about nanotechnology?
Absolutely. So a little bit about what nanotechnology is. It's basically the study of small. And when we talk about small, it's things at the atomic level. So to kind of put that in perspective, if you take a meter, which is sort of the standard unit of measurement, it's about roughly 3 feet. Well, 1 meter would be made up of 1 billion nanometers. So when you're looking at things at that atomic level, they're going to often have a different behavior than when you're looking at things that you can see with your bare eyes. So nanotechnology is a really exciting field, but beyond just that, it's very difficult often to conceptualize. So this exhibit, Zoom into Nano, helps kids and adults alike better understand what nanotechnology is all about. What's really neat is it's the multidisciplinary field that uses biology, chemistry, physics, all together to develop new things and learn more about our world.
So why did you guys think it was important to bring it here to Orlando?
Well, first of all, nanotechnology is, I think, the future of science. It's where we're going. We're continuing to learn more. And we thought it was just really cool content, and it was a great way to partner with some of our local universities. Actually, this past weekend on Saturday, we had both the University of Central Florida and the new university, Florida Polytechnic University, which is going to be opening in Lakeland in August, both here with some interactive activities as well as some opportunities to talk about their research.
So this is an interactive exhibit, correct?
Absolutely. It's very hands-on, really interactive.
And you're going to take me around to show me some of this stuff?
Absolutely.
All right, let's do it. So how many exhibits do you have here? 10, 15?
About that, yeah.
All right, so we're going to go check out this first one over here. This one has to do with smells. So tell me a little bit about how this one works here. I'm going to hand you the mic, and I'm going to stand over here.
Absolutely. So when we're talking about smells, the reason why that's important to Nano is because you can't see it, where our noses are actually able to pick up on things that you can't pick up with your eyesight. Our noses have smaller receptors in them that allow us to be able to sense the molecules because of those unique smell receptors. So basically, go ahead and hit that button.
Okay.
You're going to then try and guess what smell you're smelling.
I sort of looked at it first. It smells like bubble gum.
And it is bubble gum.
So I'm going to try the second one here.
No cheating this time.
Peppermint?
I think it is peppermint. Go ahead and lift that up. All right, let's see if you can go for 3 for 3.
Last one. Smells like soap. Is it soap?
Pick it up, yeah.
No. Orange popsicle.
Depends what kind of soap I guess you use.
Like that. All right, so the next one we have here, it's an atom transporter. Now, how does this fit in with the exhibit?
Sure. So when nanotechnologists actually have to manipulate atoms, they'll actually move them, and in order to do that, again, we're talking about the atomic scale. So we basically enlarged everything to give our guests an understanding of how they would actually go about doing that. So John, I'm going to have you go ahead and take a seat over on that bench. Yeah, and you're going to use both steering wheels at the same time. That's going to manipulate the movement of that needle, and then you can drop it down to pick up one of those yellow atoms.
Okay, cool it down. It turns south. At the nanoscale.
Okay. Whenever you're ready, you can go ahead and try and pick up one of the yellow atoms. There you go. Then you can lift it up. Doing great.
Okay.
All right, now you're going to try and move it all the way down. You'll see on the other side, yeah, it's not easy being a nanotechnologist. On the other side is where you're going to try and drop it into one of those little slots.
And stop at the place where you wanted it to end up. It took them almost a whole day to move those
Oh.
25 atoms.
Did I do it?
And what happened when they got done?
Almost.
They took a picture and went home after a long day at work, moving a few atoms.
So what's the point? I mean, why do you guys have this? What sort of technology does this work with? Is there a specific sort of science that goes with this? Or?
Well, again, what's really interesting about nanotechnology is it's not one specific science. You could argue that it's chemistry because we're looking at the atoms. You could argue that it's biology if we're looking at, say, DNA molecules or things like that. It gets into physics, it gets into engineering in terms of the technology that they're developing. So it is really a new interdisciplinary type of study.
Science is hard. I don't think I got any of these. All right. So where is this technology going? I mean, where do I use it today? And what I have, my cell phones? I mean, where do I use this type of technology?
Sure. So you'll see this technology present itself in a lot of different capacities. One really fun element that I can think of off the top of my head has to do with body armor. So they developed that with a series of different types of chemicals that help basically make it more resilient or less heat sensitive, and that has to, and then they can translate that into special type of armor or suits, kind of getting into sort of a new age, almost superhero for this century, which is
all right, like Captain America.
Yeah.
All right. So what else we got here? Show me another one.
absolutely. So I mean, I think you were interested maybe going over there.
Yeah, there's a crystal one that it's kind of in the dark, so we're gonna try this. We got a light with us, so we're going to see how it goes. But this one's called Dissolve a Crystal, and I was kind of messing around with it a little bit before we started. So let's try this here. Come on in. Come on in. So tell me a little bit about what exactly this is.
Sure. So, but basically what we're looking at is a salt crystal. And this is sort of an interactive screen, and what you're going to have to do is use your body to break apart the crystal. What we're doing is, as we move our hands and we gesture, we're essentially increasing the heat, and then as we increase the heat, that's going to break up the salts into its individual atoms.
Okay, so I'm going to try this. I'm pretty good at breaking things, so hold on, hold this.
Okay.
All right, so here we go. So I need to move.
So stand nice and close.
Okay.
Yeah. And then just go ahead and wave your hands. Great. And then you'll see as you're moving it, you're breaking apart some of those atoms. The temperature's increasing. That's
right.
perfect.
So what's the point of this? I mean, how does this work, and why do you guys have this as an exhibit?
So the reason why we have this exhibit is it basically just shows how crystals can be dissolved. And all that we're really trying to demonstrate is the fact that a crystal is made up of atoms. One of the more common that we tend to think about is a salt crystal, which is made up of atoms of sodium and atoms of chlorine. And you can break those apart together to get to the individual atoms of chlorine and sodium.
All right, nanotechnology is a workout too. All right, let's go find another exhibit here. So besides this is a temporary exhibit, correct?
It is. It's a temporary exhibit. It's going to be here until May 4th. During all of April, on select Saturdays, we'll have some local professors from University of Central Florida and Stetson University that will be out here also to do some interactive activities, as well as be able to just show a little bit about their research that they're currently working on.
So besides the nanotechnology exhibit, what else is there to do here at the Science Center?
Absolutely. Well, I mean, we've got everything from live animals to dinosaurs. We've got a really cool hall that's dedicated to physics and STEM learning, and then also an exhibit hall that's all about space science and earth science. Hands-on things to do.
So is this for everybody? Is it for little kids that come out to the Science Center? Is it for adults like me? Who comes out here?
Well, you had a lot of fun. I think it's our mission at the Science Center is to inspire science learning for life. So we try and target not just to the little ones at that early learning, but really across the ages. It's here for everybody.
So let's find another one. Build a molecule. Let's do that.
Okay.
All right. So what can I build here?
Well, we're building a molecule. basically we've got the black carbon atoms.
Okay.
We've got the red oxygen and the blue nitrogen. And what we're doing, again, this is taking something that's on the atomic level and just making it really big so that people can see what's happening. And what we're going to do is we're going to just, it's kind of like with Legos or building blocks. You're going to make that, I'll help you, and we'll see what we can build with these different atoms.
Okay, what am I making here?
So one thing that might be fun is we can build a tryptophan molecule. You might be familiar with that because that's...
the thing in Turkey, right?
Yeah, that's what they usually claim makes us sleep during Thanksgiving.
All right.
I've made a really complicated one for you to start with.
I wasn't much of a science student, so that's why I got into journalism. All right, so how do the kids react to this? They understand this, or?
Well, and what's great is while it may not always be that they're going to build a tryptophan molecule, it hones in on what we think is really important at the Science Center, which is both learning and play. And that is really able to translate into a lot of learning experiences. Right. So while it may just be manipulating various building blocks, that's ultimately going to possibly turn into something more, and they may take that learning experience and it may stay with them for a future in a lot of other capacities.
How am I doing?
Oh, you're doing great. So you've already got the hexagon shape with the carbon atoms. All right, so now we need to and that one's going to be nitrogen.
As I said, science was never my strong subject, so I hope I don't turn this into some other kind of molecule that...
Maybe we'll discover a new molecule here today at the Science Center.
So do you have any programs coming up? Anything else?
Well, we've got daily programs that take place every day at the Science Center. We also have, again, some special events and activities throughout the year that are open to both our guests and members alike, as well as some special fundraising events and other cool experiences. We talked a little bit earlier about the Science Center for All. We have an adult-focused event that we offer 3 times a year. That's Science Night Live. That is an event just for adults, 21 and up. And at that event, you can basically enjoy the Science Center just as an adult, no kids. You get to kind of come to the Science Center and enjoy it. It's a grown-up night at the Science Center, just for them.
All right, I'm going to let Mother Nature make tryptophan.
You came so close, though. That was great.
Well... So this is a temporary exhibit, correct?
Correct, yeah.
So what's going to be here next? What's after the nanotechnology exhibit?
Great question. So after this exhibit leaves, which again it leaves in May 4th, right after that will be our Curious George exhibit, which will be right here in this hall. That will open on May 17th, which is a Saturday, and we'll also during the summer have Sportsology, which will open on May 10th.
All right, I think I can get into the sports thing maybe. So be sure to come over to the Orlando Science Center, check out the nanotechnology exhibit and all the other ones here. Like I said, it's a good place to check out on a rainy day or a sunny day. So once again, I'm Jon Busdeker for the Orlando Sentinel, and come back next week or tomorrow to see us at another location here in Central Florida.